Hello. That intro is so funny. I like to turn away.
The mouth over the hand over the mouth, like
Yeah, no, we
gag.
weren't making eye contact because it's too much.
Is it often that you're listening to your own songs in headphones?
No. I was just like, this is so camp. That's what I was like, this is so camp.
Is it your first time in Australia?
Yeah.
How are you
Oh my
finding it? I
God.
mean, it's only been
I
24 hours
loved
so
it.
far.
I've
Yeah?
had a great time.
Oh.
I love the vibes. I hear that this is not normal weather, though.
It's a little grey.
It is a little grey,
been
very
really-
muggy as well.
Yeah. Well, I'm from Missouri, which is super muggy, especially in the summertime. So the humidity doesn't bother me, nor the rain. I love all the green on the buildings. There's so much green. Oh, the plants hanging from the balconies. and
Yeah,
stuff.
that's the mold.
I love the mold. The mold is so pretty.
The green's on the inside as well.
I did want to ask you, though, about Springfield, Missouri. It's where you're from. Could you describe what it's like growing up there?
Springfield is like the big city, and then I grew up kind of like a little suburb. But it was like 5,000 people, and it was mostly farming districts, like very green. I grew up in the woods. I rode the bus to school, and it was like hours long because of how big the farms like were to get around. Typical Midwest, like South vibes, just like small town, a lot of churches, Ethel Cain vibes.
Okay, you read my mind.
Yeah.
I was literally thinking Ethel Cain right there. But in your Hot to Go music video, is that filmed in Missouri?
Yeah, that's my home. That is like Springfield.
Because it kind of provides the perfect backdrop to like a pop music video. Like it really works.
There's like so many kitschy, weird things like about Springfield, Missouri.
Yeah, and speaking of camp, we read somewhere that the Katy Perry documentary actually had a big impact on you.
Oh, yeah. I loved Katy Perry. I saw it in theaters. It was like 2011 or something.
Did the
And
scene where she gets divorced over the phone
Oh my God.
stick with you
him
forever?
texting
Yeah,
her, that
stuck
is
with you forever.
burned in my memory because I'm like, how could you do that to Katy Perry? Like, she's a literal pop star, and she had to go do an arena show after that. But it was very inspiring because I grew up in the era of pop girls. It was like the best. Like, it was Gaga, Katy, Kesha, Rihanna had just released like Disturbia. Like,
Oh
it was,
my God.
It was incredible to be a teenager.
It really was. And I mean, you, I guess, have brought that pop energy into your own live shows, into your recordings. And we're going to talk about the live shows in a little bit. You are, after all, here bringing your Midwest Princess Tour to Sydney, Melbourne and Brisbane. But we're going to play one of your songs. We're going to play Hot to Go. Now, you've said before that you were self-conscious releasing this one. Tell us why.
Because I think I had it in my head that to feel like a good songwriter or like a valid songwriter, you needed to write really deep, heavy lyrics. And this song is just simply about being hot and why no one wants to sleep with me. That's like literally it. And I was just kind of self-conscious because I felt like, is this me being cheap? And the answer is no, because it's very intentional. And it's like, I'm not trying to gain any, it's not for the masses. You know what I mean? Like, this is for the girls who just like want to have fun and dance at the club. Like,
Yeah.
and I think that's like an amazing reason to write a song.
And you get to lean into your choreography bag as well.
Yeah.
You're not only a songwriter
Oh.
with this, you're a choreographer.
Well, I was just like, what can I do? I was so jealous of the YMCA. And I was just
it's
like,
giving.
yeah,
I was gonna
that's
say.
literally like why I did it. Because I was like, how do I get the audience to dance with me the same thing? I want to spell it out. So granted, it's like way more letters than YMCA, but it was so intentional. I just looked up like classic cheerleader, like chants. And I went through Google and like went down every one like with my co-writer. And I was like, what about this? Hot to Go. And because like the actual Hot to Go cheer is nothing like what I do. I was just like, let's just make it about being hot. I don't know.
I love that. Well, if you know the choreography, dance along at home. We'll have more from Chappell Roan right up after this. Here on Triple J, it's Hot to Go.
5, 6, 7.
Right here on Triple J, Chappell Roan, Hot to Go, coming off the latest album, The Rise and Fall of a Midwest Princess. And here in the country, supporting that album is Chappell and joins us in the studio. You're also set to support Olivia Rodrigo on tour. Massive. What are you looking forward to about these shows?
I'm really excited to open again. There's like a lot of less pressure to open. So I'm like, whatever, it's not my show. Like, I'm just going to go do my 40-minute set. I've never played an arena. That's like 20,000 people.
It's massive. There's something so iconic and memorable and nostalgic, I feel like, about opening sets for those big pop shows. Like, I remember when I was younger and I saw One Direction for the first time and 5 Seconds of Summer open. And like, you remember and you look back and you go, what the hell? Like, Dua Lipa opened for Troye Sivan? Like,
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, and I
didn't
feel
even know
like
that.
so many people are going to have that moment with you where in a few years' time they go, wow, oh my God, it was Chappell Roan supporting Olivia Rodrigo. Do you know what I mean?
Thanks. Yeah. Yeah. It's just, I'm so grateful that she even asked me. I was just like, oh my God, that's, I've only played my first headline show last May. And to go from like that 200 people to 20,000 in like less than 2 years is very intense and fast. But I'm so excited because I opened for her one time in San Francisco last May as well. And it was 9,000. So it's like a lot less. But the energy was so electric because her fans are a lot younger than my fans. So it's like my fans maximum twink, like it's so fun. It's so like popper energy. And then like with her fans, I was like, that's a child. I was like,
That is a fetus.
We're on the Disney Channel.
that's a child. And then I'm just like, I'm like, oh my God, these are like girls. Like this was me when I watched Hannah Montana. Like this, you know what I mean? So I'm like, oh, this is so special.
And something else about your shows that I love is that you, a lot of the times, will have local drag queens supporting. What was the decision behind that?
Well, I was inspired by Orville Peck originally. I went to one of his shows in West Hollywood in 2018, and he had two local girls, like queens, open, who I actually used one of the queens in my Pink Pony Club music video from when I saw that. Her name's Meatball. But she, I was like, oh my God, if I ever headline tour, I have to get local queens to open for me. It's so cool to see international queens too. So we have local Sydney queens. We have local Melbourne queens. It's going to be so fun.
I feel like Australian drag is its own special brand of drag. How would you describe it, Ty?
Yeah, it is its own. If you've ever seen RuPaul Down Under,
Yeah, it's loose.
you'd know.
What's the vibe? I haven't seen that. I've only
Chappell's
seen the
like,
American.
what have I put on my stage?
Yeah, but like, what's the vibe?
No, it's going to be, I feel like it's going to warm up the crowd for sure.
Oh, yes.
yeah.
sure.
Which is what, what the vibe is, what the job is.
The job will get done.
The job will get done.
Darling, don't you worry.
That's very reassuring. Thank you.
Something that, I mean, did you want to ask this question, Ty, about the Disney princess?
Oh, yes. So
I was
obviously,
going to ask it and I was like, this is your question.
Well, I mean, you've released your
you've
album.
been thinking this all morning.
I really have. The Rise and Fall of a Midwest Princess. You're here on the Midwest Princess tour. I thought if there was to be a Disney Midwest Princess, what would she be like? Do you think you're a great representation of a Disney Midwest Princess?
I mean, you kind of give like Disney princess.
Yeah.
I do?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think she would have, I guess like the hair, like it's
Period.
very, I would say tramp stamp vibes, like which is what I have. Like you can literally see it here.
Yeah.
This is my princess.
Yeah, but I got
Oh
it way
my God.
before. I got it before like the album. I even thought of the album name. Like yeah, she would have like her Midwest Princess tramp stamp. She would have her box dye black hair. She would have her foundation 2 shades darker than it should. She's got her Wet n Wild mascara that's clumpy and flaking on her face. Wearing Uggs, not in an ironic way, very sincerely, and still loves Victoria's Secret pink.
She's definitely, I've never been to the Midwest, but I envision that she's wearing like an old school celebrity fragrance, like a Britney.
Yeah, but the body spray from
body spray.
from like
the gift pack.
I don't know what they have. Yeah.
From the combo.
Yeah.
Look, Chappell, you are about to kick off these shows. Is there anything, any messages, any hints that you want to give to the Australian fans who are coming along to these shows? Any message?
I'm so excited to hear what you sound like singing my songs with an accent.
So hot to go.
Hot to go.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And also to just, it's so insane that there are people that know me outside of the US. It's so hard to explain that feeling like, oh my God, like there are people that know about me here and that the music has reached all the way here. It's just very surreal and I'm so excited.
Well, Chappell Roan, we know you. We love you. You are kicking it off in Sydney tonight. You're hitting Melbourne and Brizzy, but for right now, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Cannot wait for the show tonight. Right now on Triple J, Megan Thee Stallion, new music. It's Cobra.